Some people really should give up on their ex, but it's a shame that people don't even realize that it's an option to go and get them back. Because what happens at the end of the breakup is people demonize each other in order to justify pushing each other away. So everything kind of gets re-narrated as this bad thing when really you were together for years because it benefited the both of you and it was good. Maybe even somebody runs off and starts a rebound, which has no bearing upon whether or not it's going to last. Just because they ran to somebody else does not mean that they're going to last. Even if they seem happy, over the first 3 to 6 months, they're going to be in the honeymoon phase. So people tend to give up on their partner because they ran off to somebody else. Now, I'm not saying that you should go back after your ex. Everybody on an individual basis, either should or should not, right? It's your story, it's your choice. Some people you shouldn't go back to. But wouldn't it be nice to have the option to put your failed relationship back together if you want to? People don't even realize that it's a thing because everybody gets so mad at each other. They say really final things like "I'm done for good" and blah, blah, blah. And, they've said the opposite of that. They've said "I love you forever" too. But we take such stock in the negative, right? You're going to notice somebody on the street that looks like they're about to mug you a hell of a lot quicker, and you're going to take it a hell of a lot more seriously than a flower that you see on the ground. We weigh the negative so much more than the positive for survival purposes. And that's exactly what you're doing when you're despairing with your ex. Now, the problem with that is it's all reinforced by the fact that everything you try after the breakup, trying to reconvince your ex to get back, it all gets rejected because you're doing it from a needy spot. You're doing all the wrong things that you would never do with somebody brand new because there's only one way to attract anybody, okay? And nothing works. So you kind of buy into the narrative of, I guess they're done forever and we just need to move on because you don't know what to do because your heart is telling you to jump all frantically and, get all anxious and just try anything, and all of that is just dead wrong. I was a dating coach for, before I did the X-Back thing, I was a dating coach for 5 years. And, I got to see on this very, very micro level the things that you can do and say to increase your standing with somebody. In other words, as a single guy trying to get out there and meet a bunch of women, what are the things that get you shut out really, really quick? And what are the things that will actually captivate the interest of someone? And when I got into the relationship space, because I could tell that people just wanted to get their exes back, that's why I switched over into doing this. I took all my knowledge that I learned from how to bring somebody in and applied it to relationships. And it's just funny that this hasn't really been done before. When you listen to other coaches, they tell you a lot of clinical advice, right? It's stuff that a therapist would tell you, just tell them how you feel, or, they'll tell you to go no contact and force this period of silence where you don't really need to. Really what you need to do is game your ex back into being interested into you once again. And sometimes you need no contact, right? Because if they won't talk with you, if they won't laugh and joke with you, then, you kind of need some cooling off. But eventually you can go back in and warm them back up. But in general, people just don't even realize this is an option. If you want to play out your story and figure out, what options are available to you, click into my profile, click this link up here, set up a call with me or sign up for longer term coaching where I can hold your hand through the entire process of getting your ex back.